Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and I want to talk about a very serious scene that happened during the most recent episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season Sweet 16, episode 7. And it involves Drew Sidora and her hopefully soon-to-be ex-husband, Ralph Pittman. She just have to get his tail up out of the basement. I want to talk about how Ralph Pittman, he really fought for getting their divorce documents unsealed. He did win that. It really upset Drew. I feel really bad. And it just reminded me of something that Martell did during season 5, where he reached out to some bloggers with court documents. Before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. So I want to first say very briefly, I know that when Martell Holt and Ralph Pittman kind of were Instagram official in terms of their friendship, I know that when they kind of came out together, and I'm not even trying to be shady, like they go together or are a couple, but they did present their friendship kind of like how people when they do go Instagram official, and they made it seem very lighthearted, like it was just a coincidence that their paths crossed and they hit it off as friends. But no, we know why the two of you hit it off, because of the way that you try to gaslight and manipulate women to control them and get what you want, allegedly, and in my opinion. And so I feel like it was like a narcissist convention, the way the two of them were kind of drawn to each other. And I really feel like Ralph, him and Martell kind of mirror each other. I guess Martell is like his big brother, his mentor for all of the hurt that now he's inflicting upon Drew. And I have a feeling it could be some embarrassing things that Drew does not want to come out in the blogs, and then all of us content creators give our commentary on it. But Drew, if anything embarrasses you, I know that feeling will pass away. It will just be a feeling and you will be fine. But I want to get into this audio from these scenes. And after their court hearing, Drew is going to be saying things to him from her car. She's going to roll down the window and we're going to get into it all. Okay, let's do it.
This divorce process prolongs itself. It makes things more contentious between Ralph and I. There's always an opportunity for us to mediate, but I feel like Ralph definitely wants a fight. Hi, Mama. It's going to be okay. I just know it. Right. I'm just hoping in this court date we can make some movement.
For the hearing, the three things that we're doing is, again, we want Ralph to get all the way out. Of course, we need some child support, but we don't know his income. So where are the financial documents, sir? And we have to plead our case about keeping your file sealed.
Please. So our court date today is to finally get Ralph to move out and contribute child support to his children. I just really want our case to stay sealed. That is my number one priority.
They still trying to get me kicked out. I think that may be the goal for today.
The crib that you pay for?
Oh, the crib that I paid for. So it's like, here we go. Round number 2.
Did you just say faithful? Mm-hmm. And knowing God is taking care of everything concerning you.
Mm-hmm.
What is in the divorce documents that is so damaging?
There's definitely more evidence against Ralph than against me.
Ralph is a serial cheater. He had taken money out of your account. He had been sexting with other women, following you and tracking you.
Is there anything in the divorce records that you're ashamed of? Are there some scary details?
There's no scary details for me.
But you're fearful for Ralph.
I'm fearful for, I'm more fearful for Ralph than for me. So.
Okay, so Drew, I just got through talking to opposing counsel.
This is the third attorney.
It is. Yes, this is his third attorney. I made a list of all the documents that your husband introduced.
This is about business.
Because this is a financial game at the end of the day. It's a money grab. It's a money grab.
See, that's exactly what I was saying.
So we got to roll down.
Still. You did a lot better than I did by myself.
This is a joke, right? This is a game. We were actually going to be able to get things accomplished with his old attorney, but he wants to fight.
The judge's ruling was to unseal our divorce case. Ralph did not turn over all of his financial documents, and he still gets the basement. Is this a joke?
None of what she put in her motion to amend was granted. That was very messy. Why would we want them? That's sick.
I don't know why Ralph wanted to unseal the case. It's like a nightmare. My kids will have to see everything on the internet, and that is my biggest fear.
I don't have to leave.
Was there ever love? Was there ever a friendship? I just feel like we were better than this.
What? Idiot. You're a dumbass. I want you to know that. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass for that shit in there.
You okay? I feel like we finally making progress, bro. Like, this is the first step actually in a positive direction. There are a lot of misconceptions about me and Drew. And I think the biggest misconception is that I didn't care for my wife. We got to unseal the records because we need transparency with everything going on. I've made mistakes throughout the course of our marriage, but Drew has too, you know? And so I believe unsealing of the records gives 100% equal playing field. Like, I don't want the world knowing about what we got going on. But unfortunately, this is what we got to do.
And at the end, her sister Allison is consoling her, rubbing her arm, saying, Drew, don't, because Drew was starting to cry. During her confessional, her producer, like that does the interviews, the questions, was saying, you know, what is in the court documents that you want to remain sealed? And Drew said, you know, well, nothing like damaging about me, more so damaging about Ralph. And the producer really asked again to clarify. So what's in the court documents is more damaging to Ralph? And Drew's like, yes. Now, some people feel like perhaps in the court documents, I guess on Ralph's side, perhaps he is saying that Drew also cheated when they were married, you know, because there were the rumors that she had some sort of fling or perhaps went out on some dates with Ty Young. At the season 15 reunion, Drew did say that she went to one of Ty's basketball games. And so perhaps Ralph has done a deposition. Perhaps I'm just guessing, and maybe he said those things. And maybe Drew just doesn't want that to come out. And you know what, Drew, if you're fluid in terms of your orientation, or you know, that's, nobody can judge you, that's nobody's business. Unfortunately, you're going through a divorce, and it's a divorce with Ralph Pittman, and he seems very immature. Everything seems like a joke to him. As he's walking out of the courthouse, he's saying, I don't have to leave, I don't have to leave. And his third attorney peeped that. Drew and her lawyer said that he is on his third attorney. We also know during one of their hearings, Ralph represented himself and called himself cross-examining Drew. It just all seems very immature, and he thinks that the divorce is almost like a joke. It almost makes me for a second think like, are they going through this divorce just for a storyline? Like, is it fake? But I don't think so, because the whole court documents being unsealed really has Drew rattled in her scenes, and she gets emotional. And I think that there's definitely something in the documents that she doesn't want to get out. But again, Drew, if you feel embarrassed, it is just a feeling. It will definitely pass on, and that feeling will leave you. It will leave your thoughts, it will leave your body, and it definitely will not define you. I do think that Ralph, when it comes to Drew at least, he seems very calculated. He knows how he can manipulate her. He knows how he can embarrass her. I remember her very first season on the Real Housewives of Atlanta when they were sitting at their dining table and she was trying to get him to say where did he go when he went to Florida for a few days and he wouldn't say it. They were on camera and she gets up and goes into a room in their house and closes the door, but she was still mic'd and she was saying he is always embarrassing me. So I feel like he knows how to do that. And when a person is trying to embarrass you, they're trying to like gnaw at your self-esteem, they're trying to like pick at it until they just pick it away. And I feel like that's the point of him always trying to embarrass her. He's trying to lower that self esteem, again, for control. But what's interesting now is that they are getting a divorce. And him wanting those documents unsealed reminded me of Martell when he fed some court documents to some bloggers during season 5, because I remember the season 5 reunion when Melody wore like the beautiful, like it was silver, almost like armor, and it was strapless, and her hair was long, bone straight. And I remember her saying, I thought that was despicable when you gave that information to bloggers and it involved, our children. And so this scene totally reminded me of what Martell did. So I just feel like it's almost eerie. It's definitely very, very negative and dark, the way that Ralph and Martell gravitate towards each other and their friends, but it's over negative things. It's over alleged cheating. Drew is saying, her lawyer said that allegedly Ralph cheated on her and was sexting other women. And we know what Martell did with Ariane and produced a baby outside of the marriage. It is the gaslighting and trying to embarrass people. The fact that they are drawn to each other as friends over such negative things, it's almost kind of scary. It's really, I don't like it at all. But, I guess that's just how it is. Like attracts like. I will say this, Ralph Pittman seems to be a little bit smarter than Martell, but Ralph is very immature, and how he's handling this divorce is very immature and childish. And he just knows how to really hurt Drew and just get inside of her head. So I wanted to talk about that with you all. What do you think about, when he's walking out of the courthouse saying, I don't have to leave. I don't have to leave. So he doesn't have to leave the house. He can remain in the basement so he does not have to pay child support. And he gets the documents unsealed. I do feel like these courts, they really seem to favor the men. I know that people do say that depending on the political landscape in your state, that will dictate who the judge favors in family court in divorce cases. And with Georgia being in the South, the Bible Belt, where it's pretty much conservative all the way around, then that would make sense if the judge favors the man. And we've seen this before with Bob Whitfield and Sheree Winfield. And when Candy was crying about trying to get child support for Riley to the point where she gave up and said, you know what, Block doesn't have to worry about me asking for anything for her. It does seem like the judges, they do favor these men, which is insane to me because I thought Ralph Pittman worked in IT. I'm thinking that's why Drew, was drawn to him and attracted to him, because she thought she was dating a man that had like a white collar job. He's telling her that he works in IT. Do I think he's creating software to help improve processes for companies? No, I don't think he's doing all of that. But I think that he presented himself to her as if he was. And now he's claiming, he can't maintain two mortgages or a mortgage at their marital home and rent somewhere else. So he's okay with living in the basement like it's his college dorm. So times like this, episodes like this make me thankful that I'm single and that I don't have children, because the not having the kids piece, that's the difference between a clean break from something toxic and you having to co-parent and just praying to God that it goes smooth when you're dealing with a manipulator. In my opinion, just in my opinion, Ralph. But I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video, as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. By the time you're watching this video, it should be Tuesday, April 22nd. So I hope you are having a terrific Tuesday. And just try your best to make it through. It's going to be great. And I wish the world was perfect in the sense of we just treated each other the way we wanted to be treated in return. But if anyone is a jerk to you today, I am sorry. Just try your best to handle it the best that you can. Don't beat yourself up if you end up cursing them out. I get it. We're all human. But, just try your best. And I will talk with you soon. Bye.